Every time NVIDIA pauses, the entire market holds its breath. And this chart is at one of those moments. Now, when taking a look at the chart we have at hand, it's clearly pushed into a range. So right now, we kind of just have to wait and see what's going to happen. Most likely, when we define this range being the center point right here, we can use clones both above it and below it to get our deviations. Now, those deviations are going to help us determine the actual extremes of which the stock can rotate and still be confined into this range, okay? So now that we have levels below, we can find levels above, and subjectively, this is going to be your range. Now, with that being said, again, we're looking for rotations both above and below. So the very first variation that we should be looking for tomorrow is essentially a dip buying opportunity, in which we push through the bottom of this low, stay generally speaking in the confines of that range, and then we can look for a nice buying opportunity for the market to go back to the upside, okay? Now, using the top end of that resistance is a good level to watch for as far as best case scenario, but we can also use the full spillage underneath this range as the full distance to look above this range. So in this situation that we have at hand, it would look something very similar to this as we look to push up back now into that price of somewhere right around 190 3/4, okay? Now that is the preferred variation overall, and we have a couple different other variations that can happen also though. So if we do go directly higher, we have to be aware of the fact that we have to see a very robust breakout pushing higher that clearly breaks out of the top end of that resistance and kind of keeps going in a cascading fashion. Now, if you find that it has that type of breakout strength, then yes, we have now clearly broken out of this range, and we are now looking for buying opportunities to continue to push up higher, okay? Now, I say that this is very difficult to determine. You have to just be mindful as this thing pushes up, because what should actually happen instead of this bullish breakout, because we are in a range, if we go directly higher, we should actually see rejection in the form of some sort of GNR pattern as we look to rotate back to the bottom of the range, okay? So just be aware that what's most likely to occur once we do get to that 190 3/4 area is actually a rejection, just like this highlighted in red. Now, once we get back down to that level, we should actually see a bullish reversal, just like we mentioned earlier on in today's video, okay? So regardless of how it happens, whether we go up first or down first, 185 is going to be a solid level to buy. And if we go directly higher, just be aware, if you want to be a buyer, it's going to have to break out substantially above that 190 level. And then, okay, be patient, wait for the pullback, and then the opportunity to buy should be there, okay, with a high probable chance of it being successful. So thanks for watching. See you in the next candle.